Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing look number 3 in my week of wilderness. This is a series that I have on my channel where I upload an entire week of videos using only one palette. I think that this eyeshadow look is fantastic, and it was almost washed off entirely because it started out as a hot mess. So if you want to see what I did, then don't go anywhere. And if you are new here, hello, my name is Rachel. I'm a homeschooling stay-at-home mom. I really enjoy eyeshadow and I upload several videos every week. So let's get started. I'm going to use an eye primer. This is the Glamlight Icing Primer. Today I'm using the shade Buttercream because it's warmer toned, and I plan on doing something with yellow and green maybe? Not sure. I know I said in my second look that I really wanted to challenge myself with colors with this palette. Honestly, that's going to be a bit difficult because, quite frankly, all the colors in this palette are easy to work together. They just are. It's a really cohesive palette. There's nothing too odd or unusual in it. It's pretty easy to just randomly choose shadows from the palette and make it work. That's why a palette bingo with the Wilderness palette is not terribly challenging. Now, I enjoy a good challenge, but I also really enjoy this palette, so I'm just having fun playing with it, and maybe I'll have to bring in weird color combinations in a different series. So I'm thinking of doing a really warm crease and then deepening the outer corner with a deep green. And then I'm not certain about the shadows or the shimmers I want to use. I mean, of course, there's what jumps to mind immediately, but if I do want to challenge myself, then maybe I'll do something different. I don't know. I'm just going to work in the mattes first and go from there. Taking a medium-sized blending brush, such as this one, is also rather dense and tightly pinched. I'm picking up Marigold, and I'm just going to throw this in my inner crease. I'd love it if you guys would tell me what you're thinking of this series. Do you like the Week Of series in general? I have done so many palettes now, and I think it's fun. What do you think of this series in general? And do you have any ideas for other series? I like to have little themes. I'm a themer. Now I'm grabbing Earth, and I'm going to place this in my outer crease. Ooh, that was a lot of pigment. I don't know if I thought that through. Definitely didn't think that through. A smaller and looser and softer and also clean blending brush. I'm just gonna work the edges because I just laid down a ton of pigment. Yikes.
2,000 years later.
Whew, that was a lot with that medium blending brush. This happens to be a Blend Bunny B1. I'm grabbing Ivy, and I'm gonna lay this on top of the brown, keeping in mind that Beauty Bay mattes don't always build terribly well. That's okay. I don't think I'm going to get much patchiness because of the depth. The Ivy shade is close in depth to the Earth shade, so I think I'm just going to get a much richer brown out here. And therefore, because they're close in depth, I don't have to work them too much, so I'm not too concerned about patchiness. I'm just going to finesse the edges here a little bit more. I was thinking of doing, speaking of Week Of, I was thinking of doing a Week of Hella. And you know what's funny? I remember when I first suggested the Week Of series on my channel, Week of Hella was my example. And I have ended up doing Week Of so many other palettes, but not the Hella palette. I thought I might do Week of Hella, especially in the wake of the Udenzai Halloween releases, which I'm not going to pick up, but I do really enjoy the Hella palette. And of course I want to support Angelica because I think she's a great creator, so I figured maybe if I highlight her palette again. I don't know. Okay, so not my best work. This is looking really muddy. Really, really muddy. So with that in mind, I might not have time to wash it all off and start again because I'm squeezing this in before my kids wake up. But keeping in mind the fact that I've got sort of a mess going on with these mattes, that might help me decide what shimmer to use, because I might want to avoid a grungier shimmer and try to brighten it up, or I might just full on embrace whatever's happening here and try to bring in a shimmer that works with this as opposed to contrasting against. Here are the shimmers that I'm considering. This is the shade Ray, beautiful, very light, white leaning to green iridescent. This is the shade Ocean. And then here's Moss. Ocean is the one that matches the most as far as The outer corner is looking quite bluish. You know, it's funny. I thought it would be fun to pair the blue with the yellows. But then when I was planning my crease colors and saying, well, I'll lay out this matte and work it all together, then the blue color is not going to work at all. But now, because I've messed up, maybe it will work after all. So I'm just going to take Ocean and try this out. I'll lay it on the center of my lid, see how it looks, and go from there. I mean, you know, blue and yellow match, but this yellow is so mustardy, I didn't know what kind of contrast it would bring. All right, now I'll take Ray and put that on my inner corner. I might end up really liking this. I do really like that. So that was a happy accident. I think I like that. I think my toddler just jumped out of bed. Let's hurry up. I'm going to take a Blend Bunny B2, pick up Marigold, and lay this on my inner corner and inner lower lash line. Just want to carry that yellow a little bit into the lower area. And now I think, should I do blue or green matte? Let's go with green. Green is going to tie into my shirt and the outer corner a little bit better. Do you guys lay shimmer straight onto the lower lash line? I find that if I put shimmer on the lower lash line, generally I lay it on top of a matte, like as a foundation. It might depend on the formula though. What do you do? Do you lay shimmer directly on the lower lash line? Do you avoid it altogether? I'd like to hear what you do. It's interesting, the way that these two shimmers met in the middle kind of looks like the minty shimmer in this palette, which I really wasn't expecting. But I'm going to grab a small blending brush and go back into Ray, and I'm going to spray it this time. I'll take that and lay that at the inner corner as well, kind of on top of the matte yellow, and drag it down a bit because I love the way that it popped right here and dragged down into the first third of the lower lash line. I love the way that it brightens an eye look. And even if the rest of the look is grungy, it just kind of wakes it up, you know? Also, that Ray shade is fabulous. I think it's my favorite shade in the palette, although Fossil is great too. This palette's just fantastic. I've picked up just a hint of Ocean, and I'm putting it on the edge of Ray into the mattes. So I've got sort of a diagonal with the shimmer, if you can see that. I thought it was really pretty, and I wanted to bring a little bit of a lighter blue to the green matte on the lower lash line. And that is it. So I'm going to go off camera and, you know, finish. I'll be right back. I am thunderstruck. I think that this is one of my favorite looks I've ever done with the Wilderness palette, and I've done a lot of looks with the Wilderness palette. This is absolutely magical, and it's so funny to me that I was on the verge of wiping it off. I was thinking, wow, this is muddy and bad and I should just start again. Oh my goodness. I was talking to one of my subscribers in a comment in a previous video, and she was saying that she loved the trick of using a shimmer to blend one color into a very different color. Yes, and that is exactly what happened here. I had kind of a mess with my foundational mattes, but the shimmers brought everything together, and they did so in such a gorgeous way. I love this. Let me tell you what I did to finish it off. In my waterline, I used two Can Do It from ColourPop's Creme Gel Liners. This is one of my favorites. It's a metallic marigold, and it's amazing. It's from their Lush Life series, but they brought it back in their new formulation. I don't have any other eyeliner on. I do have mascara. On my lips, I'm wearing a glowing lip from ColourPop, the shade Desert Aura, and this NYX, this is Milky Gloss in the shade Mango Lassie. I literally just put a few dots of each and merged them all together. And then on my face, I have a little bit of bronzer from Physicians Formula and a yellow highlighter from ABH Aurora Glow Kit. Here is everything. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I have a couple collab videos that I need to film, so I'm wondering if maybe I could do one of them today later when the children are napping, because this eye look is just too good. It's just too good. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I mean, you can't possibly be as excited about it as I am because I get to wear it. But if you have the Wilderness palette, you've got to try this eye look because it was such a surprise. Such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful eye look. Thank you very much for being here today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I know it wasn't terribly chatty or interesting, but the week of videos I try not to make too chatty about outside topics because they often are not relevant by the time the video is published. So Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you're enjoying the series. Remember to check below in the description box for the Week of playlist, my Beauty Babe playlist, and the other looks from this week. And I hope to give you one more before we're done. I appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you in Lookin' Before. Bye!